Good day, my beautiful friends. Welcome to a new vlog. My name is Hazel, and I used to live in Canada. Now I live in Tanzania, Africa. I relocated from Canada to Africa. Okay? So we are in Tanzania, Africa. In today's video, we are going to be doing a market haul. Yes, I went to the market yesterday with my worker and we had a fantastic time shopping, and I was looking for some things and I found them. So let me share those things that I've been looking for and I find out. Ah. So y'all, let's get into the video. Let me show you my finds. And I did find a lot of things. One of my biggest problem is being able to film in the market. Like, I so want to film in the market, but the people in the market, some of them are just so camera against cameras. So, you know what I say? I have to make that work. I'm gonna have to. I bought a hook for my bicycle, and I am gonna have to try to see if my phone can stay up like this on the hook for my bicycle, but like attach it to my bag, because on my bag I do have a hook, but I never tried it before because I was using one of my GoPro cameras. So I gotta see if my phone is gonna be able to hook on that. Anyways, that's the next thing, because I really want to bring you some market vlogs so you can see what is happening in the market, because the market is so bustling and the market is so fun. I want to bring you guys along. Okay, I want to figure this thing out. I will. But let's get into the haul, because I don't want to talk and bore you guys, so you can click off. Don't click off. Give the video a like. Let's go. So this is the market haul. This is those things I've been looking for. So I've been looking for these baskets. Let me take them out. Oh. I've been looking for these baskets, guys, forever. Look how big these baskets are. They are huge. You see these huge baskets? Okay, I bought two big ones like this. I bought two big ones, and then I bought a smaller one. This one I want to put my underwear inside, and this one I want to use to pick up my laundry outside, and the other one I want to store some clothes. I think I'm going to also go back and get some more, because I couldn't believe the price of these baskets. Now let me tell you about these baskets. These baskets have a story, because I saw these baskets before, and they were like 10,000, like very expensive. I bought the mats on the floor that's in my living room, and I paid 10,000 for one. Now I'm not complaining about that, because these are big mats. They're straw mats, and I'm gonna insert a picture here to show you guys the straw mats. But me and my worker were at the market, and let me tell you the story of these baskets. So we're there, and I'm looking for these baskets everywhere, and I'm like, where are they? They don't sell them anywhere. And finally we came across this like little alley in the back where we see a whole stack of these baskets there. And I asked my worker to ask in Swahili, which is, you can ask kiasi gani or shingapi, which is how much, right? So I said shingapi, and then the guy said like, he said in Swahili, like, how much for it in Swahili? And I was like, he said 2,000 in Swahili. And I was like, 2,000? Maybe he mean 20,000, right? And I'm like, but he didn't say ishirini, because ishirini is 20, like ishirini miamoja. I was like, 20,000, he said. I said, no, but he didn't say that. Right? He didn't say ishirini. He said, I asked my worker, I said, what did he say? He said, he said 2,000 and 3,000. I said, huh? 2,000 and 3,000? Are you serious? I popped my phone out. I took my translator, because sometimes they make mistake with numbers, right? So I told the guy, I said, right here on my phone. And then the guy put 2,000, 3,000. I was like, my eyes popped open. I was like, okay. I picked up 3. And then we were leaving, the guy was asking my worker, why is she doing that? Do you think, what's the problem? The price is not right? She want it for cheaper? I said, no, I don't want it for cheaper. No, I don't want it for cheaper. It's perfect. Oh my gosh, I couldn't believe. Guys, you think you can buy a big basket, this big basket like that in Canada for 3,000 shilling, which works out to be $1.50, $1.50 Canadian dollars? It's impossible. But anyways, I picked up 3, and then when I was going down, my worker said, wow, madam, because he calls madam. He says, wow, madam, this is very cheap. We have to come back and buy lots of baskets to do all kind of things in the garden. So I'll be going back there and picking up some baskets, the smaller ones, to use in the garden and to harvest things when my garden starts flourishing. So that's the story of the basket. Okay, so we got 2 of this and 1 of this and this one. So let's see what's in those baskets, okay? So, first thing I got was containers. Where's the other one? I took out one this morning to do something. So these containers were like 500 or 600, which works out to like $2.50 Canadian for these containers. So these containers are popular containers that they use here. They deliver food and stuff in this container. If you want to open a business here in Tanzania, you can buy this wholesale. You're going to get it cheaper if you buy it wholesale, maybe 100 shillings for one. But if you buy it single, then it's going to be 400 or 500 for one. Okay, so I bought 2 because I want to give my daughter when she puts in snacks. Okay. The next find today was these bottles. I've been looking for some jars and I couldn't find anything. And I was walking around and I found these jars in a place where they sell containers. So they sell containers for food and whatever you want. So I went and I buy this, and this was 600 for one, 600 shillings for one. So that worked out to be 600 shillings. That worked out to be like let me see, 600. I worked out to be like 30 cents, I think, 30 cents or 25 cents, something. Yeah, 30 cents. Then I got these containers, which are 1,000 shillings. Very good, and they have these covers. Not working well. I got this mason jars. I went to this guy, this old guy who sells this mason jar. He already told me, I'm from Kilimanjaro. This Kilimanjaro, very mean guy. But he's the only one who sells these second-hand bottles. And he sells them for 3,000 shillings, okay? And so 3,000 shillings is going to be like $1.12. $1.12 Canadian for one, okay? So anyways, and you can see people have used them, marked on them. They had pickle, pasta sauce, whatever inside them. So they're used jars. But I need those jars because, you know, I need to make things, and I'm going to show you the things that I'm putting in them, right? So I bought a couple of them as the other jar. So I got 2 of these. Now, this jar has a second size, so I also got the second size because I want to put salt in this one. Because I was looking for a mason jar this size, but I didn't find a mason jar this size to put it. But I found this mason jar is the half a pint mason jars. Real life of YouTube. This is the small ones, and he wanted to sell them for 3,000 pounds. I said, nah, I'm not giving you 3,000 pounds. Anyways, I made a deal with him, and I was able to get these ones. So I'm not going to put my salt in them because it's going to make the top rusty. I'm going to use them for my foments because I need them. Okay, so these are some jars that I got, which was really good. And I got 2 of these. Okay, I can put salt in one, and I can put some seasoning. Next time I'm going to go back in that spot and buy about 5 more so I can put like my seasoning in it, because I just want to pour the seasoning from the bottles, or I buy them in plastic bags and I want to just put them in containers. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. Yep. Next thing I got was sugar. Sugar is 3,000 shillings. I got napkins, 1,500 shillings, which works out to be like 80 cents. Then I got this plastic bag. Like, you know, in Canada we buy those Ziploc bags. I didn't see any Ziploc bags here. Yesterday I found this one Ziploc. Girl had only one single Ziploc bag with 50 Ziploc bag, and she was asking for 7,000, and I said, no way, I'm not buying it for 7,000. It's too expensive. But anyways, I got this. It was 3,000, and I think he has like, yeah, he has 100 inside because I needed to store meat. And so these plastic are 6 by 12. They're fairly big plastic bags, but I need them to put my my meat and to store things in the freezer. So I'm gonna use this to put in the freezer. The next thing I got was garlic. Now garlic is very expensive here. I don't know why garlic is so expensive, but I bought these ones, and I have some that I start to sprout. I put to sprout, and I'm gonna sprout them and I'm gonna plant them because garlic is so expensive. I paid 2,000 for garlic, which is super expensive. Okay, and then they have the local garlic, which is the seeds are very tiny. Now this garlic, the local garlic, is very potent. You just need a little one, like just a little bit, but man, it's a pain to get the skin off the seeds because they're so small. So that's why I bought these ones. The next thing I got was peppers. These peppers. And these peppers, they smell so good. I mean, I never like smell peppers smelling so amazing. So when I go to the market, I buy these and I take the seeds out. I'm gonna plant these because they smell so organic. My goodness, I don't know. Then I bought bananas. I have a bag of bananas right here. Here. So I bought these bananas, and these bananas are green bananas, and they are different. I never seen this kind before. The way it look. I'm gonna have to cook this with some beef. We're gonna make a video with these bananas, okay? This way. And look at the basket. This is a medium-sized one. So I'm gonna put all my underwears and different things inside this one. It's good size. This one is 2,000. I couldn't believe it. I think I'm gonna go back and buy some more of this one. Okay. The next thing I got was a pot. This was 4,000 shilling. I was looking for the pot that has a flat bottom because some of the pots, the bottom is rounded and it's kind of hard to stay on the stove. So I found the flat bottom pots, and so I'm gonna go back to this woman and buy a couple more. And these are the local pots, and every pot is called sufuria. Okay, sufuria. Yesterday I went and I saw some different pots. You know those pots we have in Canada, and I was saying, how much is this pot? And then it says sufuria. And I asked, there's a frying pan, sufuria. She says, everything here is sufuria. Sufuria. My worker was laughing. He says, yes, everything here is sufuria. They don't have no special pot. Anyway, so then it comes with these covers. And you just put the cover at the top. But this cover is not for it. It has its own cover. Everyone has its own cover. This cover is for it. Okay? I want to show you guys these things so you know. So the covers are all, they have this. When you buy them, you have to get something and put them up. Lift them up like this. Make it higher, okay? It's a little bit hard. You have to use a knife to pull it up. Like this one is pretty easy to go up. So once you pull it up, it comes up like this so you can hold it. Okay? Now these sufurias, they get hot, and so there's a holder that you can use to hold it. I have a holder, you can hold it right here. It hooks like this onto the pot to just take it off, or you could use a towel. The next thing I got was this pot scrubbers. Guys, in Canada, you go to the dollar store, you pick up a whole bunch of these. It was a mission to find these things. It takes me weeks to find this. I was using the regular, like, steel wool, but it gets rusty very quick. But I found this. The lady was asking me, do you want a whole packet? Like for 6,000? I'm like, no. I need a whole packet. I just need two at a time. So it's 500 shillings for one. So I got one. So 1,000 for both of them. Okay. The next thing I got was some seasoning, and yeah, I got some paprika and some turmeric powder. And guys, I don't know, when it comes to seasonings here, seasonings is expensive. I'm gonna have to grow my own seasoning and make my own powders. That's exactly what I'm gonna do. So this was 6,000 for two of them. And before I bought for like 1,500. But everywhere I went, yesterday was 3,000 for one. So this is kind of expensive by Tanzanian standards for seasoning. Usually they're like 1,000, 1,500. So yeah. Anyways, It's no big deal, but anyways, you need to buy a lot of seasonings. It adds up very quickly. Okay. The next thing I got was this bucket, this container actually, and sadly it broke. See that? It broke on the side here. Why is my phone showing so white? I don't know. Anyways, it broke on the side. I bought it so I can store some things in it, but it's broken on the side, but it still works. I'm just gonna store some dry goods in it. I'm gonna put my sugar inside of that because I want to buy sugar in bulk now, like 10 kg of sugar, and I want to pour it out in a container. So that's gonna be the sugar container. Next thing I got was apples. Apples are pretty expensive. They're 1,000 for one. Every time I go to buy apple and I pick up like 10 or 5 apples, the apple vendor is always looking at me always so strange because I go to different ones. It depends on the kind of apples they have, whether they have gala or whatever. And they always say thank you so much for buying so much apples because I guess people don't usually buy a lot of apples. They buy 1 or 2, but me, I buy a lot because we eat a lot of apples. So to me, it doesn't matter. And these apples are crunchy, red, delicious ones. This is one that I like, so I always buy these apples, so I love it. Next thing I got was tomatoes. This is 3,000. I specifically asked the woman to give me 3,000 worth of tomatoes. So I could have bought tomatoes cheaper. I can buy 4,000 worth of tomatoes in a bucket. It's about 8 pounds, but I didn't want all that today, so I just bought 3,000. I want them to be like half green, so I just got these amounts. So this is about 3 pounds. I think it's 6 pounds I usually buy. Anyways, I know I bought this. It's not economical. I should have bought the bigger container for 1,000 more, but they were too ripe. And the last time I bought a whole container and then I had to put them in the fridge and they almost went bad. So I'm just trying to prevent that. And now that I got my jars, I can go back next week and buy a whole container of tomatoes for 4,000, and then I can come home and preserve them because I have the jars and I know exactly where that guy is with the jars now, so I can buy a lot of tomatoes. But before I could, it was just like a hassle for me. Anyways, but I want to make some tabali. Like this is like a tomato salad, so that's how I want these tomatoes to be hard. So anyways, doesn't matter. The next thing I got was oranges. This is 2,000. This is I think 8 for 2,000 shillings, and this is like $1 Canadian. One of my apples escaped. Let's put it back in. Next thing I got was 3 of these bowls. I paid 5,000 for this bowl. It was overkill, but I just couldn't find a bowl. Like I couldn't find them, and I found this one woman who had it. Now I have the same bowl which I bought in Dar es Salaam for like 2,000 or 1,500 shillings. I don't remember exactly, but it wasn't more than that. And I bought it for 5,000. I only bought it because she was an old lady and I wanted to give her a sale for 5,000 shillings, so it didn't matter. And then I bought these 2 somewhere else from some Maasai, which was like 1,000 shillings, which was so cheap. Because usually these go for 2,000, but I got it for 1,000, so that was it. So these bowls are very excellent, especially when I'm cooking outside. I can just take them outside with me, and I don't have to worry about them, you know, getting scratched or whatever. The next thing I got was millet. Guys, I've been making millet porridge, okay? Like, let me tell you, these porridges here are so delicious. I'm telling you, I've been using my grinder. I brought my grinder with me, and I've been grinding up my porridge. I've been washing them and put them to dry in the sun. I'm gonna do a whole process of me washing the millet and putting them outside to dry, and then grind it for you, okay? So yeah, so this is white millet. You see, he has all this little thing. This is like white millet, and this is the red one, okay? Red and white. So I'm gonna mix them together, and I'm gonna wash them, dry it, and then I'm gonna grind it and then put them in a bottle so I have it. I'm gonna label the bottle so I know my thing. I know which one it is. I also bought in another video, I also bought beans flour and white corn flour. I did mix the white corn flour yesterday when I was making, not white corn flour, cassava flour. I bought cassava flour and beans flour and corn flour with white corn. And I mixed the cassava with some, what was that? Sorghum. I mixed sorghum and cassava flour, and I made porridge yesterday. Oh my goodness, it was so delicious to have some on this stove. That's gonna be for my dinner tonight. Ah, guys, it's so tasty. So I'm gonna mix the millet and see if I like millet. This kind of millet. The next thing I got was a spoon. Guys, let me tell you something about this spoon. I'm looking everywhere to find a spoon, but like this is a big size, and I didn't want this size because this is too big and it's not so sturdy. Now I bought 3 spoons on Temu, and I think I left my spoons at the very first Airbnb that I stayed in, because I remember taking those out to make Sabbath dinner. And then when I came to we went to Dar es Salaam and stayed for a bit, I couldn't find them. So I don't know where I left my spoon, my beautiful spoons. Anyways, I don't know. But it doesn't matter because my things are coming, and I'm going to get my regular spoon. But in the meanwhile, I'll be using this huge, gigantic spoon to dip things. Because I need something to, to dip. I have a lot of wooden spoons, but I just did like a dipping spoon. So this was 2,000. Very big spoon. And it took me forever to find. Everywhere I go, I couldn't find a spoon. I have to explain to them what I'm looking for, how it is, blah, blah, blah. They give me these small spoons, these wide spoons, whatever. I'm like, no, I did this kind of spoon, looking like this, whatever. Some things are just really hard to find here in Tanzania. I'm telling you. Anyways. And I got this basket. Yesterday morning, my friend sent her worker to drop this basket off for me. She also gave me a smaller one, a tiny one, which is so cute. I have stuff in it on the other side. But she gave me this beautiful basket, so we took it to the market. But I'm going to use this basket to store some stuff, like some kind of toiletries or some kind of something. Because these baskets are so nice, and they look so beautiful inside your house. Yes. Okay, let's move on. Next thing I got was 3 pineapples. And I'm buying all pineapples. I have like 7 or 8 pineapples, the top of them outside. I have to plant them. So I buy them, and then I plant the top. Now these pineapples are 1,000 shillings, right? So that's like 50 cents Canadian. So I got 3 of them. The next thing I got was this huge plastic bag again. This plastic bag, I want them to store things in the fridge. So I think they're, what's the size? This one doesn't say the size. Let me take one out to show you these plastic bags. Because there's no Ziploc. This is the size of it. So I'm going to use this to make ice, to put things in the freezer, stuff like that, Like when I want to freeze like vegetables and stuff, that's going to be my plastic bag for it. But I have to find a solution for how to store stuff in the fridge, okay? The next thing I got was Edos. So this is 3 pounds of Edos, and I paid 2,000 for it. 2,000 shillings for it. All right? The next thing I got was honey. This is a small bottle of honey. I only buy this because this is real raw honey, and it has the comb inside, the honeycomb inside, and this was 2,500. So it's really good for honey, like real raw honey. It's really good. I usually buy another honey at there's a store not too far from me, but 5 minutes walk from me. It's a bigger bottle and it's 5,000, but it doesn't seem like if it's real raw honey, even if the guy said it's raw honey. But I know this one is raw honey for sure. But next time when I go to the market, I'm going to buy a bigger one. He has a bigger one. I think it's like 1.5 liters for 10,000, which is like $5 Canadian. So next time I'm going to buy this one. But I'm going to try this one out first and taste it and see how it is. Then when I taste, after I use it, I'll see. Because some of the honey, I think sometimes they put sugar inside of it. So it has like a different taste. So anyways, we'll see. And I need some honey because I want to make some lemon immune boosting thing. So let's do this with this honey and try it. Next thing I got was lemons, and these lemons I'm going to use them to ferment to make my immune boosting drink. So this is 2,000. 1,000 for one pack. Lemons. I'm gonna make that tomorrow. We'll make that together. The next thing I got was Maggi, and you guys know what it is, beef stock. So this is beef stock, Maggi beef stock. It took me a whole month to find this Maggi beef stock because I don't know like how to explain to them when I go to the store, like what is Maggi or beef stock. You know, they keep showing me all kind of stuff, and I'm saying no, 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 no. And finally, I realized that they call it Maggi Star. So now when I go, I ask some Maggi Star. Okay? So I bought last weekend, it was 5,000 for 30. And this one, I got it yesterday for 5,000. Not 5,000, but 3,000 for 39. So this one is cheaper. Next I'm gonna buy 2 of this. I'm telling you, I'm learning so much things here in Tanzania, okay? The next thing I got was a mug. I broke the handle of my mug, and so I got a new one. I got a new one so I could just drink my tea in the morning time out there. The next thing I got was needle and thread. I do have needles and I do have thread, but I need a smaller thread to stay on my machine, my beautiful machine that I bought. You guys are gonna see the video what I did in my machine. And these ones are these threads are 500 shillings for the thread and the 2 needles. So I got 4 needles. It comes with the thread, so I didn't want to be like, okay, I don't want needle. But the needles are big needles, man. This is not for sewing clothes. It's gonna make a hole in your clothes. It's way too big. But anyways, it's gonna have a use. So I want to sew something, so I buy 1 black and 1 white, and next time I'm gonna buy another color because I want to sew something. I want to buy yellow. Anyways, let's move on to the next thing. So this one is a 5-pack mothball. Okay, now I buy this. Let me show you what it looks like. It says kills cockroach, mosquito, mildew, mildew proof, and it's a natural deodorizer. I'm buying this to try it because a couple of weeks ago we went to a Airbnb. We stayed at an Airbnb. We went to Dar es Salaam, you know, and we stayed at the Airbnb for a couple of days, and the woman was using this inside the sink, and the sink smells so good. Like this, it's fragrant. So we're gonna put that inside our sink. So we are gonna put that in, I'm gonna put it inside my sink, and I'm gonna see how it smells. The one that she used was a different one though. It was different, but I'll try it and see if I like it. And I'm gonna put that also in my drain, the drain that drains in my bathroom. I'm gonna put that there. To see if bugs are gonna stop coming in my drain, because in my drain sometimes I see little bugs in the drain. So he says it was to kill that. So let's see. We'll try that. Next thing I got was popcorn. I hope it doesn't. It was in the bottom close to the mud balls. Hope it doesn't taste like mud balls. But we like this popcorn. I don't know what's on it. Some kind of flavor, whatever they put on it. I don't know what flavor they put on it. Next time I go in the market, I'm gonna ask them what's the flavor they're putting on it. But it's very tasty, and we buy it once a week just for our snack, a little snack, especially on a Sabbath. We buy this. Yeah. But I was looking for popcorn. And I couldn't find popcorn. So my friend finally told me a couple of days ago where I can buy popcorn. So I'm gonna go to the market and I'm gonna buy the popcorn and I'm gonna pop it myself because I really don't know what's on it. I don't know what's this red thing on it, even if it tastes good, and I like to know what's in my food. So I'm gonna start popping my own corn. And the last 2 things that I got was soap. This soap is lavender soap, and I've been using this to wash my clothes. I like it. It washes really well. You don't have to put a lot in it. makes a lot of suds. So it's good. It's 1,000 shillings for this, so it's like 56 Canadian cents. And then this is a mayonnaise, and I want to make some cabbage coleslaw, and we'll use this mayonnaise. It's 2,500 shillings, so not bad at all. The big one, it's like 7,000. It's a huge bottle. I don't think I would ever use a big bottle, so I'm just gonna buy the small one for now, because I hardly use a lot of mayonnaise anyways. And what I noticed is here, the mayonnaise here, they expire very quickly. The shelf life is not long, because I went to a couple of places and the people keep telling me, oh, it's not for sale, they already expired. That's for sale, it is already expired. And I don't know why they have it on the shelf, it's already expired. Maybe other people buy it and they don't want to sell it to me because, I don't know, maybe it's a local thing. Oh, but okay, you guys, that's the video. I had to leave to go get my daughter. I was making the video and I was listening for the school bus. I can see the school bus right here in my window. I can just look out there and see if the school bus is there. So I was just keeping an eye, because while I was making the video, my alarm went off. So yeah, I had to leave abruptly to go get my daughter. I had to open the gate for her so she can get in, because you know, this place is like all walled up. If somebody's outside and they have no key, they cannot get in. But anyways, guys, my baskets are amazing. So I'm gonna use this one to sow my seeds. I have my seeds in here already. I'm just like so excited about these baskets. I have a whole bunch of seeds in here, and I have these bags with seeds, and I'm gonna start my garden very soon. So I'm gonna use one basket to put all my seeds, because I have a guys, this is not all my seeds, eh? I have a whole bunch of seeds that I brought from Canada. So anyways, I'll be using one of these baskets. I'll be using one of these baskets to just drop all my seeds in there until my seed container come here, where I can arrange them nicely and put them in a nice place. Yeah. All right, guys, thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you see the prices of what things cost here in Tanzania, because I know sometimes when we as diasporas or expats, however you want to call us, travel, people are very interested in prices and how much things cost and things like that. So I just wanted to come on and show you guys how much things cost, so you have an idea. If you are coming to Tanzania, you have an idea of things cost, how things. If you're coming to Tanzania, you have an idea of how much things cost, and if you're trying to make a budget, making a plan and say, okay, I want to come here for a year, 6 months, 2 years, I want to stay here, how much money you can save. And guys, I will start to put videos now on the members channel, because my internet is great now. I can do a lot of uploads and stuff like that. And so if you want to see certain information, go to the members section and join the members section so that you can see more personal things about what is happening here in Tanzania with us. And if you want more personal information, if you want to know about business, different things that you want to know, I will put it there on my members channel, on the members section of my channel, so you can go see that. So guys, take care. Ciao, ciao.